mom of a baby born with a hole in her heart, has hit out at the government after her life-saving op was cancelled 5 times due to hospital pressures. Adorable 1-year-old Evelyn Johnston-Smith was in desperate need of major surgery to correct the heart defect which was spotted at the 20-week scan. She was successfully treated with a pulmonary band to fix her heart on September 19, 2016, but doctors said she would need a larger band within a year as she grew. Doctors set November 14, 2017 as an absolute deadline for the tot to receive her next operation, a date which was then pushed back. Her mother Leanne Smith, 20, say medics ran the risk of Evelyn going into cardiac arrest by delaying the necessary op for 4 months because of staff shortages, lack of beds and an emergency case. Evelyn finally underwent the complicated 8.5-hour open heart procedure on December 22 last month and is now recovering at home. Prime Minister Theresa May has recently apologised to NHS patients for delays caused by the so-called winter crisis. Yet, Leanne, of Leeds, West Yorkshire, defended hospital staff, branding the delay a catch-22 situation, and instead blamed it on government cuts. She said, "They should have done in the timescale, but didn't. It's just traumatic having it cancelled 5 times and being dragged into hospital 3 times. By leaving it so long, my daughter could have gone into cardiac arrest, but the hospital was working as fast as they could to reschedule." Evelyn was born weighing a tiny 5 pounds 2 ounces in August 2016 and immediately rushed to the neonatal unit at Leeds General Infirmary. Medics initially thought Evelyn had hypoplastic left heart syndrome at birth, a congenital defect where one side of the heart does not form correctly during pregnancy. But it turned out she had a hole in her heart and went under the knife at 3.5 weeks old. Little Evelyn was then only given a 50-50th chance of survival after a bungled operation. The tot's parents were hysterical after receiving a phone call telling them a surgeon had incorrectly repatched the aorta when fitting a pulmonary band to stop Evelyn's lungs flooding. But luckily a second surgeon saved the day after being drafted in to complete the procedure. Evelyn was discharged at 8 weeks old, but was still in need of a second operation to remove the band she had now overgrown and repatch the aorta. Doctors set an absolute deadline of November 14 for this to be carried out. Evelyn was initially booked in for surgery in September last year, but the hospital pulled the plug at the last minute. The operation was then rescheduled 4 more times, but each one was postponed due to staff shortages, lack of beds and an emergency operation. The frustrated mom added, "In all fairness, it's not the staff's fault, it's because there is a lack of funding." She said, "This time Evelyn was 10 times bigger than she was when she was born. In my heart, this time I didn't feel like anything was going to go wrong." We pay for your stories. Do you have a story for The Sun online news team? Email us at tips@thesun.com.